Cold, alone, and stuck outside. It was a terrifying Tuesday morning for a 9-year-old Winnipeg girl who was expecting a bus to pick her up for school.
But that bus never arrived, and Tamia Roberts spent more than 2.5 hours outside before her mom found her shivering in their backyard. In St. James tonight with those details, ECTV's Josh Crabb.
Josh, a 9-year-old outside, alone all that time. So why wasn't she discovered sooner?
Gord, Tamia's mom had already gone to work after watching her daughter walk to this bus stop here on Bruce Avenue to stand with a group of other kids. The family lives just about 5 houses away. What followed was a decision by a bus driver that school officials say they're still trying to wrap their heads around.
My foot up to here.
Sore feet and a sore body following a frightening morning in dangerously frigid conditions. 9-year-old Tamia Roberts got stuck outside Tuesday in her own backyard in temperatures which hovered around the -17 mark.
I was really cold.
No one knew Tamia was there. Not her school, not even her mom, Isabella Roberts.
To me, anything could happen. She could have been snatched, she could have been in an accident, anything could have happened.
Tamia was supposed to be in class at École Assiniboine. Just like any other day, she walked 5 doors down to the bus stop to get picked up at 8:04 in the morning, standing on the street corner with 3 other kids waiting until she couldn't wait anymore.
The bus didn't come to my stop, so when it was 8:30, I walked home.
Roberts walked home, but the front door was locked, and her mom had already left for work. Tamia dragged a garbage bin to the fence so she could hop over, hoping to get in through the back, but that door was also locked.
I couldn't get in there, so I just put my backpack down and I used it as a pillow to lie down there.
She ate a snack from her backpack and tried to keep warm in the bitter cold. She was alone for more than 2.5 hours in the backyard and couldn't get back out until her school called her mom.
I went to her bus stop, she wasn't there. I came back, I started calling out her name.
Roberts eventually found Tamia in the backyard, brought her inside to warm up, and then took her daughter to the emergency room where she was treated for exposure to the cold. If the school had called any later, Roberts says the outcome could have been much worse.
I asked them why it took them 2.5 hours to tell me my child was missing when they fully well know that she gets on the bus and she's supposed to be on the bus.
The St. James Assiniboia School Division says the bus driver, who works for a private company, decided to skip part of the route because of traffic delays on Route 90 and didn't let anyone know.
In this case, what happened was we realized from later calls, like it was substantially later, that the bus was in fact not coming and that the route had been skipped over and that children were being left behind.
École Assiniboine principal Sandra Mello says it took time for the school to phone all the parents. She says some students were driven to school by their parents. 9 students, including Tamia, were marked as absent because the bus didn't show up.
What can I do? I work full-time, I'm a single mom. What else can I do?
Despite what happened, Isabella Roberts says Tamia will still ride the bus. The superintendent says the school bus driver who was supposed to pick her up will no longer drive in the St. James Assiniboia School Division.
Isabella Roberts says the 3 other students who were standing here at this bus stop with her daughter eventually got help from a parent standing at a different bus stop after Isabella's daughter had already left to go home. Now, the St. James Assiniboia School Division says Isabella was the only student who got stranded outside.
Josh, certainly a frightening incident for this family. Is Isabella going to change anything with her morning routine?
Marilee, she says she has no other choice but to leave for work basically right after Tamia's bus picks her up. Now, she has talked to her daughter about how to use the new electronic locks on their front door. That's part of the problem why she couldn't get in. She's also told her to get help from a neighbor if something like this were to ever happen again. The St. James Assiniboia School Division says it's reviewing protocols and processes to make sure it doesn't.
Definitely a learning lesson. Thanks for this, Josh.